Okay.
Right, Wilson, the Texas Lawhawk! Right, Wilson, the Texas Lawhawk! I'm out here!
Okay. A5. Okay. Let's see, what does our team look like? Lots of light stuff. So they'll probably get the secondaries. If not, we'll
they will probably burn the farm
go do it.
Looks like the Lions have prepared fuel trucks for their contingency plan.
Too soon for me. There's artillery. I knew they wouldn't leave me in despair. Leo 285. One bad thing about the token system is that you end up getting the tank that comes after the tank that you're currently working on. And so when you get into, for example, the 2A5 after you've been driving the 2A6, it feels so slow, it feels so awkward. And you're not used to it. And so you think that you're oh god. Kind of expect it to behave a certain way, and it does not. Please don't. Please don't. Turtle! Look at this. See, if I'm not fully zoomed in and I'm trying to turn my turret, that bloom is just brutal. Again, that's why I never liked the Leopard 2s. Their gun handling is just garbage. Oh, we lit them on fire. Alright, I'll allow that. Are you down to like half health?
Enemies incoming! incoming. They're targeting the central farms just as I suspected. If anything happens there, a lot of civilians are going to go hungry.
You know, I found this morning this little side over here feels a little bit better in terms of cover, so I'm gonna go around to let this field from the other side. Yeah, spring / summer is in full effect here, so I have clearing my throat a lot because there's a lot of yay! Yay! Paladin! Oh, Paladin! Suck it. Yeah.
Good. I was worried there for a moment. I'll be sure to add a bonus to your paycheck.
Bonus to our paycheck. That sounds nice.
Identify target.
Trapped out! Alright,
Yay! Bouncy, bouncy.
Load Sabo. Identify
Load
target.
Sabo.
Load Sabo.
Oh, party's back. Oh, look at that. 668. Yep. Balance is so real. Goddamn. And my engine's broken. Oh, he's trying to finish me off. Oh, God. Hardy is just totally working as intended.
Identify.
Hey, still trying to shoot me. And I'm on fire from an AP round that did not pen me.
clear.
Identify.
Tank.
Hurry, Black Company. Protect the farm. The Lions are headed for the far field.
Oh, I'm so slow. You would think with like 6 modules out I would repair them, but honestly, they're all gonna get knocked out again with the next shot of HE, so I don't really bother too much. We're up here, hopefully, that's the only paladin still running around. We can just sort of...
Identify.
Hostile tank.
see the hold down game. Oh, yes.
Identify.
Hostile tank.
No, can't see. Gotta be careful here, because he can head the underside of my hull. Look at that bloom. It's just nonsense. The gun's not even broken. Right? There, that's a good shot. Always aim for those vents on any of the Abrams. You will get a critical, and a lot of the times you will set them on fire.
Identify target.
We hate Thunderbolts, so we shoot them first. Poor choice on my part. Oh, HE. Never know how much it's gonna do. I didn't even think he could shoot me. I thought he was still behind that tank hull. Oh, he did pretty good. For just getting chewed up there. But in PvE, that's the name of the game, is conserving your health. And I got a little too far out there, already latched onto me, and that's pretty much the end of it. But those couple of fire shots helped, so we ended up doing, well, it says 17,600. Pretty happy with that. Hopefully you got a little spotting for being out in front. Yeah, the 2A6 is... I was really worried. I bought it on just the absolute longing that it would feel good to me. Because I love the Leopard too. Like, the tank in real life, I've just always been enthralled with the Leopard line of tanks. And, I really... yeah, it's just like the Leopard in World of Tanks had some really great characteristics, but in the end, I just felt like the gun with the RNG in the game just wasn't accurate enough to make up for the fact that you were just such a glass cannon. And I don't like playing that sit in the back playstyle. Russian mediums appeal to me a lot more. But the Leopard 2s in this game are just, they've all been, like the 2AV was okay, but it has that glass lower plate. The Leopard 2 has a glass everything. I mean, just anything that is higher tier than you, and some of the stuff that is the same tier as you, I'm pretty sure, not 100% sure in PvP, but PvE you just get wrecked by everything. It's like you don't have armor. So we did okay. 17,600 and 11,000 spotting. That's not bad. We died, so we didn't get as much in the credit department as we could have, but I'll take it. And the Leopard 2A5 is a very good tank. Frontally, you're pretty impervious. You have this... I'm gonna switch camo because... not camo, but color. You have this little strip right here. It doesn't look very big, and it's a little hard to hit when you're playing against players. But bots have this like laser aim, and I've been crit there for like over 1,000 with like AP from a T90 MS. So it's a real weak spot. Getting pinned like that from the front, and then also you can't really see it here, but if you're backing this up, you kind of, like the tank tends to dip back, and or if you're going over a ridge, the underside of this is like I don't know what the actual armor on it is, but it might as well be 0 because it's completely pennable by pretty much everything. I know in this I get overmatches at 547, so I mean I know it's nowhere near that, but an overmatch is like there's absolutely no chance to bounce it, so you gotta be careful with that, and so that's what can happen. And HE to the lower plate, to this area, to the turret ring is all gonna do a lot of damage. The roof of these tanks is really weak, and it's hard to tell sometimes, like if you're playing PVE, if you shoot HE at the roof of like the 2A6s, you're not quite sure if they have the EX armor. You can kind of see the difference. The EX armor makes you sexy as hell, as opposed to just kind of sexy. So I think it's just the regular 2A5 armor scheme, the unupgraded. If you hit the roof, I know in like my BMP3M, you can pretty much, if you can hit the roof, and sometimes you'll go over you'll do like full HE damage, like almost every time. I've hit more often than not for 600-700 damage with HE to the roof of like a 2A6 in PVE. So you have some serious HE problems. The Leopard 2s in general have had serious HE problems for some reason, and I'm not sure why, compared to everything else. But again, you saw, like, it's like, okay, T90 MS shoots you for 20 damage, then it shoots you for like 300 damage, so you can't really do much about that. And being on that ridge, I knew he was going to come around, I just didn't think he was around yet, so. On to the next one, Perseus, or Ricochet. I don't think I have done Ricochet yet for my spreadsheet. Where is it? Ricochet. No, I have not. Maybe I should do that. No, Perseus is good money. Or, well, actually, you know what? It's not even anymore. That's the sad thing. It used to be like one of the best missions for payouts, and now it's average. And I'm not sure why, because those secondaries are a real pain. So we'll take our Chinese Tonk, which is basically, I mean, it's a Type 59 with some stuff and a different gun. I don't know much about the Chinese tanks, to be quite honest. Never really paid too much attention to them. But if we look at the armor specifically, 240, 135, 180, 180, 100, and I'll just look at this one, because I'm pretty sure it's the same armor-wise. So yeah, 240, 135, 180. It's a T59 hull. So you're tier 4 tank, but you have the armor scheme of a tier 3. So you do have to be careful around other tier 4s. They will pin you through kind of your everywhere. Turret's still very good though. I don't remember this map. I think this is like the tsunami at night map? Oh no, yeah. It's like the port storm at night map, that's right. I have not played this one in a very long time. Looks like we still spawn in the same place. I have my yellow paint. I am completely invisible in my environment. And because we're at tier 4, we're just gonna go ahead and load heat. Bring a few AP just for just in case kind of deal.
Team is en route to destroy cartel contraband. Intel suggests it's hidden amongst emergency relief supplies. See if you can find the contraband before everything is
And I have like
destroyed.
no upgrades for this. I think this is my 3rd or 4th game in it. So I know a lot of people are rushing through the Chinese line. I don't really see the point. From what I have read and seen, they lack the one thing you need at high tier right now, and that is armor. So they have really good gun handling, but so does pretty much everything else at that tier. So I don't really see the point in like free experiencing my way through it. I guess if you're really bored with the game, if you've done everything. I'll wait for him to shoot. Pop over. Oh, he died already. Oh, no, that's not a good spot. Yeah. Must have, pretty sure my cursor was red there, so I'm not sure what exactly was going on with that. And if anybody is wondering, this is the new Silver Sun pickups. I don't know how new it is. but it's the newest, let's say, and I am pretty addicted to it, so that's why I have it on like infinite repeat. Oh god, we're not gonna make it up there. No, we didn't make it up there. Alright. Oh, got BMD-2 back here. You know, these things would be deadly if they shot missiles, but they don't. There we go. Ripbots. I probably should have gone, you know what, these guys don't look like they're giving a shit about the secondaries, and that's actually the whole reason I came here, was to get data about the secondary rewards and the mission. So I have to do two things. A, not die, and B, make sure that we get all the secondaries. So I'm gonna run over here and get this one. And once I have my spreadsheet completed, I will link to it somewhere in my little info section, so you can look and, if you're interested, see which... Oh, yeah, that heat was not good. Hope they shared and can't heat me, because that would really hurt. No, he's shooting HE. That's good. But I'll put a link to it, so if anybody's interested in...
Contraband. Good job.
Oopsie.
We'll take that one out.
Well, that's a... Wow, that was a really, really long warning time on that. Let's see if I can say this again. So that anybody that is interested can
Good job. We'll take that one
look
out.
at the different profitabilities of the PVE missions. Because, honestly, when you're doing your ×2, I think it's important. If you have a tank you really are trying to move forward in the quickest way, you want to see, you want to kind of save it until you get the best mission that's on rotation when you're going to play, so. Yeah, I usually do that up to about 50%, or when I get, if I feel like I'm really ready to get the next tank in the line, I'll try and push through. Usually it doesn't have too much more, because I'm usually waiting on credits anyways, but... And I haven't done much of this match, but that's okay. Well, I guess we've done about as much as anybody else. Well, I had him for just a second there. Looks like we got all the secondaries. Good.
You're almost there. Helicopters are en route to support you.
Spotted. I'm guessing that was the M60. Not 100% sure there's something else over here. And I haven't played this, I don't know how long. I don't know if spawns have changed or spawn patterns have changed. I know there used to be some hardy that would like chill out here. Here we go. Just share it. Oh, there we go. Oh, somebody killed him. Oh, get some spotting damage, so it's not a bad thing. Spotting damage
We have control of the docks and cartel ships.
is weighted at least as high as regular damage. I think it's higher, but I don't really have any hard numbers on that. It just seems like you get a lot more from a lot less spotting damage than you do. Or, I guess if you have equal spotting and damage, you'll get more from spotting, is what it seems, but maybe I could be wrong about that. I never really calculated it. But let's see what the mission has provided us. Uh, 84 and 105, actually that's not bad. That's pretty good. For those people that haven't seen, they have now even further increased the breakdown of rewards. It used to just be all of this. I don't remember if match participation was in there, but I think all three mission complete, primary objective, secondary objective was just in one lump pool. And so you didn't really know what was what, you know, how much came from each. So it's very nice to see that. I don't know how many people look at it. I doubt very many, since a lot of people don't seem to do secondaries a lot. Okay, so that's 189. That's not bad at all. They did do, well, they brought submissions down. Like I mentioned, Perseus used to be one of the best, and now it's about average. But what they did do, and what I like, is that they brought up, there were a lot of missions that were worth just nothing at all. Like a quarter of what maps like Perseus, Rolling Thunder were worth. And they brought a lot of those up, so that the difference between the very bottom and the very top is not quite so big, which makes it so there's a lot less missions that you just are like, well, this is so worthless, it's not worth my time. Alright, so we can get... Engine actually doesn't do a whole lot. Could really use the aim time, maybe. I don't know, the aim time's not terrible. Let's get the new gun. Put that on. Get that heat round. Get that. No, we don't want to spend a bunch of free experience. It's not worth it. Especially because I have not that much right now. And I wish you could see ammo from both guns. Even just, it would just have it so you couldn't load it, because now what I have to do is I have to go load the other gun back. And, so load the other gun back, and then, sell that ammo separately. So, do that. I mean, it's not worth that much, but hey, every little bit helps. So we'll equip this. Sell that. I don't know, some people might not know you can sell your old ammo. Again, at this tier it's not worth much. I mean, comparatively to the tier, it's never worth that much, but in the higher tiers, old ammo can get you a couple 100,000 here and there if you've forgotten to sell it. So let's go back to our old gun, or our new gun rather. Up. Swap those, turn that back up, down, up, front. That looks good. So this is our new gun. How does that look compared to the 59s? Because it's a 105. Okay, so yeah, there's definitely a difference. It's not... I guess that's like a wrap. It's bolted into place. Alright. So that's done. We have, what, one more? I did do a few this morning. I don't know if anybody is actually watching. now, but if you are, you can go to my YouTube channel, and if you are interested in watching this morning, I played some tier 9s. And alright, so we will do this. I know Stormy Winter was available this morning, and I really need the info on that as well, but it doesn't look like it's available. Yeah, it's Ricochet, or it's Kodiak. You know what, maybe we'll just, we'll do a tier 9 for Kodiak. I don't like to take my AFVs into every mission. Some of them really don't lend themselves well to AFV play, and they made a couple of changes to Kodiak that made it worse in my opinion for AFVs. The first thing is the North spawns just a very large quantity of heavily armored enemies. Even before you've triggered any of those spawns, it's just going for those secondaries will do it. So playing the field is very difficult because the map isn't big enough to outrange their vision, and the vision is a little screwy in PVE anyways. And the second thing that they did was some of the things that I want to say were destructible towards the second cap. In fact, you can kind of look, these little huts that are right in front of me. Those little like tent things. That are in front of those crates, but behind a little wall. Once the countdown's finished, I'll go into sniper mode and you can see them. Those like aren't destructible anymore, and I'm pretty sure they used to be destructible, so you could shoot from the field into the cap, and now there's very few places you can actually shoot into the cap. And since the cap is, see these little hut things? They don't just fall apart anymore, so they can hide behind all kinds of stuff, and you have to really get in close and personal, and in an AFV, kinda SOL.
They're still going for the cargo terminal. Stop them!
So I probably will be able to dodge that. Why am I going so slow? We can get behind this truck. This truck is like our best friend, because he no effect. This thing is not already destructible. It just blows up, but it kind of protects you from HE. And I guess the T90MS is keeping already busy, so we're gonna thank our lucky stars for that. Or one of the T90MSs. So we'll move up now. I honestly, I understand people's frustration, but I feel like artillery is a lot better this patch. You can actually dodge shots. You could not really dodge shots before, not reliably anyways. If you move, if you keep moving, they really have a hard time hitting you. I definitely think it's gotten a lot better, and I think people are kind of under a misunderstanding about the way artillery retargets. It's not just gonna like randomly switch targets. So if you're spotted and you stay in range, see, look, just dodge that, no problem. Just gotta stay moving. So I come out here, so I have a way to move back. As soon as I get the warning, I'm gonna start to back up. But if you stay spotted, they're gonna keep pummeling you if they've targeted you. If you get unspotted, they will stop shooting at you, but if you're the first thing that gets spotted again, they're gonna start shooting at you again. So what you need to do, don't tell your teammates, is you need to get unspotted or hidden, and then you need to let one of them drive out. So Artie starts to shoot at them, and then you can drive out. And usually you'll be okay. If there's multiple Artie, you know, you're gonna have to kind of play with it a little bit, because
let them land their birds here.
Because... let's get that shot. Because they might not all be targeting, and I know there's a limit to how many can target a single tank now. And it seems like that's the case. I definitely feel like it's better. I was a big complainer about Arty before this patch. They were just ruined everything. Because you couldn't do anything.
Hostile tank.
I don't mean player Arty. I think player Arty is not too bad, actually. But the AI Arty just was too damn accurate, did too much damage, was too easily able to hit weak spots. So like right now, we've been in the open for a while, we're spotted, and we're just gonna get behind this. And, you know, I know generally where the Arty's gonna spawn. That's one thing, the Arty spawns are generally pretty static. You don't know what's going to spawn, but you know where they will when they do. And I just think in general it's better. It could probably get a little bit better. I mean, there's probably more they could do, but it's definitely a huge improvement over what it was. So I think people are sometimes a little too quick to jump on the bandwagon, and they don't really think about why it feels the same. And it's not. I don't think it's the mechanic. It's just. It feels the same, but they're not thinking that, okay, well, what am I doing that might be creating this situation, you know? So if you stay spotted the whole time, yeah, it's gonna feel exactly the same because they're never gonna stop shooting at you. Oh. I'm telling you, that one thing, there could be one thing on the whole map that is indestructible, and I will find a way to run into it and get stuck. So I'm going to forego extra damage on this map and get these secondaries, and I'll tell you why. Because the primary reward for completing the main mission is 147 base experience, and I don't keep track of the credits because it scales, you know. If that's sufficiently high, the other will be too. But we only have 20 seconds. I'm not gonna get these. That's a bummer. I think the problem with this is that it takes so long to cap them. Yeah, it's just not gonna happen. Alright. Oh well, we tried. But anyways, the secondaries are worth 140, so almost as much as the primary is. You can literally double your take-home just from completing the secondaries. And granted, they are difficult to do on this map just because of their positioning and the way they work. And the time. But they're not impossible with a little teamwork. Of course, we didn't have all that much. Nobody was really able to get that one that's out there in the middle of. Every time, critical hit right into the engine. Just, it's a thing of beauty. That says I can pen, but I think it's full of shit. I'm not gonna waste a shell on it. Okay, T90MS, I need to get past you. I wanna make sure the cap stays reset. Alright, good. Boop. On the T90MS, see where I'm hitting it? There's some, see red at the top, green at the bottom. So you wanna stay right in there. And you can imagine if you're playing against a player, they're wiggling. Not easy to hit, really isn't. And the other spot, of course, is right in there under the gun. That little patch. Hard to see it now that it's a smoking hook, but... And the good old Terminator 2 on a T-72 hull, so you can pen it pretty much wherever you want. And one thing I think they need to also address is you don't get any secondary rewards unless you get them all. So I think, you know, you capture 2 comm stations. I understand you still fail the secondaries, but I think there should be partial compensation. I mean, I still ended up doing okay. Oops. But, you know, there's no compensation for the people that go to get the rewards. You don't get a bonus for actually capping it. The bonus comes from completing them all. So if you're only able to get 2 out of the 3, you essentially wasted opportunities to do spotting and damage, and I don't think that's a positive thing. Quite honestly, I'd rather have people fighting over getting the secondaries.
Good work, Blackhawk.
Or just giving, you know, like you do for cap points when you're capping in PvP. When you have 2 people capping a secondary, then they split, you know, they split the points. You get a point for however many seconds you're in it. But I still don't think people are going to fight over it because it doesn't have to be a huge bonus. But I think that you should get something for completing as many as you can. Because like on this map, it's hard to do. I mean, you can see how many tanks spawn in that area. It's not the easiest. We still did alright. I mean, we would have been last if this T90MS hadn't died and he played a little bit more. This one didn't do much of anything. I guess maybe he was the one that got artied early on. So let's see if we can get a good map for our anvil. Alright, yeah, we can do that. I'll try to do a few PvP games, see what the queue looks like. It's getting to be afternoon, so should be getting to be East Coast players should be getting off work and starting to play. Sorry, and I'm just looking at chat now, so I'm very bad at this. Yes, non-destructible 10s, I know. Play, your AFE can't stop an AP shell, but, that little temporary, storage facility can, deflect it. Alright, so we are the only AFE, the only non-MBT in the game, so we're gonna go ahead and make sure we get the secondaries for people, try to clean up kills on low health tanks, so that our MBTs don't have to waste a shot on them. We all know when we're playing an MBT, especially some of the bigger ones, they don't have a lot of ammo. You don't want to have to waste one of your few shells taking out a tank that's got like 20 health, you know? And I have lots of shells, so why not? And this is one of my favorite AFVs. The gun is just beautiful. I gotta remember to mark stuff. I'm gonna remember to do that. That's my goal for this game. Oh. Yeah, we're not gonna mark that. He's almost dead. We'll mark this challenger one. How about that? And we'll just chew up the damage ourselves. Ha 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 ha. Oh, no damage. And that HE frag. That looks like one of them No, no, no. Okay, their name's just covering it. I was thinking maybe they had picked off one of those secondaries, but... No, don't look at me. Oh, I thought that was a more solid object. See, that's what you don't want to do in an AFE. You don't want to take a third of your HP in an alpha hit like that. You want to be a little more sneaky. Just want to kind of sneak up on him. Oh, he was waiting for me. And you want to do this and just be like, I hate your face. Oh. And when people talk about, like, the AI snapping, that's what they're talking about. He didn't have any time to actually aim at me. He was mid-turning his turret and fired as soon as it was pointed at me and still was able to accurately hit me. That's pretty much what people are talking about. But you have to realize there is desync. That is green, but I'm... Oh, no, 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 no! Oh, thank you, team. I'm gonna go ahead and do what I was saying earlier and just go get some secondaries while everybody just chills out here. Oh, that was interesting. Well, apparently somebody...
Special forces are inbound and are retaking the cargo ships. Well done. Target hit.
Okay, so I'm gonna show you if you put... Oh, never mind, I'm not gonna show you because he's dead. Alright, well the Abrams got the secondary. Looks like they've all been gotten. Good for these MVTs, they're taking matters into their own hands. Usually I kind of wait until things have calmed down a little before I run around and get those, because you try to get them too early, you end up spawning a bunch of stuff. Oh, gun, no! Oh. My poor HE. Oh, he wants to shoot me. Oh gosh, what do we run into here? So he's saying there's a helicopter. Oh yeah, look, there it is. Helicopter stuck in midair. There's on Ghost Hunter, the ICBM that they launch is just in midair. Apparently during the match somebody pointed that out on the Reddit, subreddit for Armed Warfare. Pretty funny. Alright, so that should clear that out. We're gonna go over here and we're going to get ready to nuke Artie as soon as it spawns. That was not very cool, but whatever. Oh, he moved out there for just a wee moment. My friend says to look for the yellow. I don't see any yellow. I'm gonna go for the green. Oh, hey, that worked. My friend swears the yellow when you're shooting HE, and he is the HE master. So I bow to his wisdom. If I can find a yellow spot, I will take it. That's all I see is green. So we'll just do that. I tried to find the yellow. Do you see me now, Louis Suave? Took a little jump there.
Target eliminated.
Grip box. This 285's all boxed up in there. I hear the badink, but I mean, that's just somebody, I guess, respawning the 285. Sometimes stuff like spawns off the map. Let's see if we can get a. These guys are all. Let's see if I can get a roost shot in there and show you how roost shots will deal damage here. Here we go, here we go. That wasn't quite, that was more in the frontal armor. No, that wasn't it either.
Well executed.
You gotta hit kind of, you gotta get just above the armor line. It has to explode on top of the turret. And we try to, I haven't been doing it, but we try to GG our team. Yes, yellow is king. The color of gold. The gold of kings. So we didn't do that great. It's hard to do a lot of spotting on that map as an AFE because the MBTs are just so up in everything's face. On the positions you have to take, you're just not going to be close enough to get the spotting from them. Yes, the yellow. Much like, where is it? Much like my desert camo. Look at that. The whole thing's yellow. So good. What's your favorite? Alright, we will do some PvP games, or attempt to. Let's see what the queue looks like. Not many sixes. I'm gonna have to see. This is what kind of connection. What my connection's like with the in a PvP game while streaming, because I haven't done this yet. So I know my ping went up just a little bit on PVE, but of course PVEs, you don't really need that great of a connection to do okay. PvP, it's a little more vital. My dedication knows no bounds. I've paused Lightning Returns downloading to do this. My waifu awaits. This is right here. This is the big reason I wanted to start streaming while I played, making some videos and stuff, because NA is having some issues with player base, and you know, for good reason. I'm not gonna lie and say I have no idea why, but any time of day doesn't help right now either, but queue times in general have gotten a bit longer. So, 2 minutes, actually, that wasn't bad. I expected it to be a lot worse. Yeah, that is dedication, I know.
On the summit we cry.
Alright, didn't think this was gonna be a full game. Oh, dear God in heaven. Okay. Maybe I should have brought a higher tier. Of course, I wanted to play some premiums, make a little cash. 2 Abrams, and a Chally 1, and a T80. I can pen the T80.
Driver cranking.
The Abrams and the Chally, not so much from the front. We're gonna have to flank. This is probably gonna be pretty brutal. We got a Stingray 2, and a Leopard 2, and a T80, and a Type 92. I've heard that the tier 7 and 8 Chinese tanks are actually not bad, but the tier 6 and 7, but the tier 8 is pretty rocked right now. So I'm not sure how this is gonna go. I got a 58 millisecond ping, that's not bad. Alright. What are we doing? We're all pushing this side, alright. I'm gonna let the 92 go first, and then I'm gonna push. Some sight lines here. Do I have a sight shot on this Chally? Ah, that should tell you something about my accuracy. It's actually pretty good. Oh, spotted. Shit. My fat ass got spotted. Everybody in the game is here. Oh, see what that Abrams is doing? He is on the backside of a ridge. It's a really bad idea, because you show the underside of your hull, and you're gonna get penned. You're gonna get penned. Oh, and these are not breakable. Every friggin' pipe in the game is breakable, but not these. So you gotta be smart. Even in a tier 7, in a game like this, you have to be smart. Our T80 is already dead. Our Leopard 2 is already dead. Yeah, this is not gonna end well. But we got a kill, that's good. Alright, we're gonna back up a little here. Chally has very good gun handling. We don't want to get into a pissing contest with him. Oh, and I got fucking T80 behind me. Christ. Look at that size of that lower plate. Look how small that lower plate is. And from this distance, might as well not even exist, to be quite honest. So I can't poke out from here because he can put shots. Well, he's moved up. He might not be able to put shots on me now. He's fast, so he might not be able to put shots. I'm gonna try to. I need to support our team, Type 92. So in this situation, can't let the Type 92 die. And he hit me. Alright, well. Type 80 only hit me for 495, which is not actually that bad. Where is he hitting me? Oh, apparently he can lower plate me from there. Okay, that's good. That's good. Stingray's down. That's not so good. So I'm gonna try to help support this T92. Just gotta keep playing the game here. There we go. Put a shot into him. Just keep putting shots into him. That's what we need to do. He's distracted. Okay, he's looking now. I gotta back up. Wait for him to turn his gun. Don't wanna just give the T90 a chance to shoot. Put a shot right there. He's just waiting for me because he knows I'm a one-shot. So we're gonna let our Type 92 finish him. We're gonna watch for the 72A. Now we gotta remember that T80 is gonna be moving up very quickly. He's fast. I think. Yeah, so there he is. There's a T80. So we gotta just wiggle, stop him from panning us. See if we can't put another shot in. There we go. Keep his side armor. If he keeps giving us side armor, we're gonna kill him. So that's what we want to do. Make him play bad. Make him go into a bad situation. Keep him off our 90. Patch him, whatever we have to do. Okay, here he comes again. We want to keep wiggling, keep the wiggle. Kill him. Boom. He's done. Got him out of the game. Okay, we're gonna have the WZ. He has shitty gun depression, so we don't have to worry about him being able to shoot us over the ridge. What we do have to do, I should probably load heat for him, but T90 should have him. There we go, got him out. Okay, we're gonna deal with this T80 now.
Identify target. Optics down.
Okay, he got us. He did a reduced damage shot, but we got him out. Alright, so now it's a 3-on-2. T80 has, like, no health. We just need to protect him. And make sure that Abrams doesn't come out from behind us. And I need to stay in the game right now, because I have very little health, but I still present a threat, right? But if I am out of the game, I'm not a threat. That's one more person they don't have to worry about. So, we want to remember that. It's always better to be in the game. Okay, he's pushing down. I'm going to get him behind him. I'm loading a heat shell, right? Because I'm going to have a shot on the back of him. So I am going to load this heat shell, and I am going to hit him right in those slats. Want to not get spotted, but we did get spotted, so. Oh, and we missed. That was a bad miss. That would have been the game right there. So you can't afford to miss shots like that. But luckily this team is making up for it. And okay, so heat was a bad idea. All right, well, would have been a good idea, but he went a little too far down. Oh, I meant to say that to everybody, but that's alright. Really good play by our team there, by the Type 90. Really good play by him. We should have lost that, to be quite honest. They had map control on us. They really did. And we managed to come back. He put out 8,000 damage. I was in a tier 6. I put out just about 5,000 damage. Their best player, well, in terms of results, 4,000 from the Chally. I think 1,000 of that was to me. And he was waiting for me to pop out. He wanted me to pop out so that he could finish me off, because he knew he wasn't going to be able to kill the Type 90, and you have to be aware of those situations. Sometimes people just go for spite kills. You think, oh, well, he's getting circled, he's got to deal with those guys. Sometimes they're like, I have no chance to kill this guy, I'm just going to wait for this ding-dong to pop out and then peel him one. So, but yeah, we want to hit them, those M1, any of the Abrams. Let's see. The slats. Any of the Abrams. Right here. These exhaust areas are guaranteed critical hit every time, guaranteed. Up here, can be a critical depending on how low you go. Down here, not a critical, but right in here, always, always, always. And if you have that shot, you want to take it. In PvP, it's not quite as clear cut. If you have that shot, but you got something else bearing down on you, and you can kill it and get it out of the game, get it out of the game. But it just depends on the situation. Everything is a lot more fluid in PvP. So that was not a bad game. for us. I really thought that was going to go a lot worse, but that was not a bad game. So let's see what we have in terms of... We've got a lot more for us. I don't really like to take TDs in right now. I don't like what they did with the camo and the skill change to TDs. I feel like the skill change is pretty worthless, but let's take the VFM. And I think that game is a good example. A lot of people bitch and complain about the MBT-70. They say, oh, it's too weak, it's garbage now. Yeah, I mean, I was fighting stuff at tier 7, but that T-72, I believe it was a tier 6. I think it was the T-72A. T-72A, yeah, tier 6, same tier as me. He's got a massive gun. Let's take a look at it real quick, since we're being educational here. T-72A, right? We don't know what he was running, but 390 pen against my lower plate, which can be penned by autocannons, like tier 4 or 5 autocannons. He should have had no problem penning me, but if you notice, where's my tape? I just wiggle, you know? Just keep wiggling until I have to start aiming. And don't give him your side armor. Just, you know, a little bit is okay. Like this, if he's right here, this is okay. That is too much. He will put a shot here and he will end you. He just has too much pen. Because what's our side armor? Side armor is 113. Autocannons can pen here. Might be able to pen under here, but you're pretty troll from the side to autocannons. So I don't think it's a bad tank. Yes, you have a weak spot right here. But if you keep moving, I think it's a tank that has kind of like a high skill ceiling. If you keep moving, don't let them get good shots on it. These are not big targets. They're hard to hit. They're easier at close range, but at this tier, a lot of people still haven't invested in accuracy. If you see, look, I have 0.07 because I'm running Mark III CBL, Mark III ABL, so I get a lot of accuracy increase from that. And it's really helpful because if I'm up against another MBT-70, I'm going to pen his weak spots. He's not going to pen mine, unless he's, you know, a better player. And you know, you have a long aim time, but once you're down and aimed, you know, you can stay behind cover, get your aim down, and then when you pull out, you don't have to aim for very long to fire. And if you're brawling, you don't really have to worry too much about aiming. You know, you're gonna try to hit weak spots. If they're a good player, they're gonna keep their front. If you go around a corner, you see them like this, just boom, anywhere, just anywhere in here, you're gonna pet them. Anyways, let's take the VFM. VFM is a very interesting vehicle. Oh wait, no. This shows you how much I've been playing PVE. It's very curvy, and it has really troll armor all over the front here. Even this lower area of the vision port, it's really just this flat part up here that's really not super bouncy. You can block a lot of autocannon shots, but what better AFV players will do is they'll realize they can't shoot you, they can't really pen you along this side profile, but down in here, through the wheels, it seems like that's going to be a hit or miss. It's a lot easier to pen through here on a lot of vehicles. So you gotta watch out for that. But you are very mobile. You're everything the Stingray is not. And that's why people like it so much. So that was nice, and I mean, you know, as we see, definitely a lot more credits to be had in PvP. If you're playing tier 9s, you you can do a good amount, you know. The thing I like about PVE is it's low stress. If I'm just feeling like I don't want to be competitive, I don't want to have to be 100%, I like to play PVE because it's relaxing. I can sit, I can talk to my friends, I can screw around a little bit. When I'm playing PVE, I feel much more inclined to take it seriously, and sometimes it's just, you know, you're just not in the mood to do that, so I like that it offers both. Okay, we're getting into a game. So what are we gonna be up against? Alright, well, it's a tier 6, tier 5 game. We're top tier. First thing I will always do in a PvP game, team comps. You need to be always looking at your team composition, because it's going to give you a lot of information about what the other team's going to do, okay? There are a lot of light things, ERCs, 2 ERCs, they're not going to want to be spotted, they're going to want to be in the nice open fields of fire. So they're either going to end up here, or over in this area, maybe pushing up through here. They have the Type 85 and a T-72. They're not going to go alone. So, they're gonna go wherever the rest go. Bagel Panzer's gonna try to get through. People are peeing that side. If everybody's gonna go over here, then we should go over here. Because when you get games this size, 6, 7 players, you can't play the map like you normally would. You have to stick together, and go as kind of a blob. If you go, you know, if you try to do a normal spread, oh, we're in MBTs, we go to the refinery or whatever. There's 2 of you. You're gonna get, if they take their team over there, you're gonna get chewed up. You're gonna get picked off over there. So I'm gonna do something a little risky. I don't know if this is gonna work out, but I don't like that ridge. They have better vision than we do in terms of that ridge. We have a BMP2, but I'm gonna run over here, try to get on the back side of this hill. There we go. There's an ERC. So we're gonna get over here. We've already gotten a little bit of vision for our team. I don't know, actually, I don't know. Maybe I didn't spot that. We're gonna get in here. See about trying to... We don't have to worry about Artie. There's the bagel. Okay, we're gonna load heat for a second shell. No, we're not. We're gonna keep it at AP because we don't know how far we're gonna have to fire. So there we go. Put a shot in that Typhoon. Somebody just dropped smoke everywhere. So already we've taken aggressive map position here. This is what you have to do in PvP. You have to be aggressive in your map position and deployment. Because if you're hesitant, if you give the other team map control, you'll pay for it.
Identified.
This Leopard 1A5, I don't know what he's doing. Okay, that Typhoon's still out there. That XM1 is pushing up. That probably is not gonna have connected. That's okay. I don't know what this Stingray is doing. Ah, wow. Typhoon bounced. That was a bad shot. He was moving too fast. We're just gonna keep throwing shots down range. They're low on health. We need to pick off these low targets. And we're gonna have to go back and deal with that. But we've got T-72 back there, he can deal with it. Probably being a little too passive here, but we've got a lot of heavy hitters in front of us. We don't want to overextend too far. But since the XM1 is pushed up this far, he's given us some pretty good map position. We're gonna back down there. Just kind of keep that lit up. And got the Typhoon, that's good. T-72's now alone, that's not good. Get rid of him. So this wasn't such a good game. They had a lot of DPM, we did not. Alright, there's their Ural. Start putting hits into him. Our XM1 is pushed too far, he's left me all alone. So now I gotta deal with an MBT solo. Well, we did as much as we could. Salvaged some damage out of it, but just way too much health. Yeah, this XM1, he did good early. He pushed up to kind of like be the meat shield, but then he just sort of kept driving when everything was behind us. And I'm not really sure what his thoughts were on that. So now he's up here, okay? He has absolutely zero ability to spot. And they have much ability to spot. He's gonna get surrounded. If he'd stayed back, we could have double teamed that Type 85 too, M. If I penned a few more shots on that Type 85 too. I switched to heat. I know a lot of like the Chinese tanks have really weak side armor, but his was still showing a red, so probably not. Probably was a bad idea. I'm not too familiar with them yet. If he can kill this ERC, he might be in at least, no. I'm gonna say he could get them all on one side, but... So we did okay, I mean, for what we were up against. This is a pretty lethal combination. We had a BMP-2. He didn't really do much. That Leo 185 basically just sacrificed himself for no reason. T-72, once he was alone, he was pretty vulnerable. And what should have happened is if our team had moved together, we would have had a 7v5 on that left side, because they sent at least 2 tanks around to the cap. 2 tanks aren't going to be able to cap all that quickly, and we had not a lot, but enough fast enough Stingray BMP2, ERC, myself, and the VFM, pretty mobile. So resetting wouldn't be out of the question. When you're playing a 7-on-5, you can suddenly focus fire a lot better. Take some of these tanks down. I mean, let's look at the tanks that were on the flank that I was on. Only the Typhoon and the Bagel died. The ERCs got pretty low, but they didn't get knocked out. And this 85-2M, he was really, the other thing, it would have been more like a 7-on-4, because this 85-2M was pretty out of position there. He was kind of in the middle, and he isn't the fastest, so it would have taken him a second to get into the fight. So I think we could have probably knocked out at least one or two, especially these low health ERCs, the Bagel. Once you get in close, the Typhoon, just at range, the Typhoon can be a pretty big threat, but once you get in close, it's not so much. Still very agile, but it's gonna have a lot harder time. It's not gonna be able to bounce shots like it can at range, and it doesn't even do that often, but it's at least a possibility. So I think that probably would have been our best play, but instead we had, I think, about 3 people hang back. When they started the cap, I think one of the 3 had just left that back ridge, and the T-72 and the BMP were still back there. The BMP, that was a good spot to start with, but once we were all up ahead of him, he wasn't really going to be spotting anything from there, because we were too far forward and they had moved too far back, because they had given up ground. So he needed to push his way up with us, or move towards the middle of the map. But you cannot win them all, unfortunately. We have here. You can win 60% of them, I guess. Was it 61 for a bit? I was pretty happy though that I was top tier in that game, because I don't really want to be low tier with this. Coastal Threat, I don't know this map yet. Alright, they got a lot of MBTs. They have 4 MBTs. We have 2. We have a swing fire. How did we pull that? They got 2 ERCs. They have a really good composition. Again, they have 2 DPM machines, ERCs. They have 2 second line MBTs, 2 front line MBTs. I don't think I can pan the lower plate of a 2AV with this. Can't remember. It's been a while since I played. And they've got a spotter.
Driver, crank it.
Yeah, I think we need to. I think that's not a terrible idea.
Driver, move out.
We need our BMP3 to stay alive. And if our MBT-70 is smart, he can outplay those 2 AVs. He has enough pen to just go through a lower plate. If he can get on like the downslope of a hill and roll up, he can really give him a hard time with that alpha. But it looks like he's off doing something. I'm not really sure what. He's kind of meandering out towards the coastline, and that's not really gonna be super great for him. He has no spotting. And he's in front of that hill, and it looks like our swing fire is either AFK or paralyzed with fear. I'm not sure which. I haven't played this map. I played this map one time, and I've seen a couple people play it, maybe 2 other games. So, yeah, we haven't encountered them yet. I'm guessing they all went south. So we need to get in behind them, or we need to go back. And it looks like where everybody's pushing forward, so I'm gonna say get in behind them. Oh, this is like a dead end. Okay, well I fucked that up big time, because I thought you could get down there. Okay, so there's the chief. I'm gonna try to get up here to where I can see onto that bridge and snipe. Because if he can keep that spotted... There we go. This is what we need right here. Where is he? There's a BMP-2. I'm gonna go bully the shit out of this BMP-2. Because I can actually block his autocannon fire. Okay, our swing fire is moving now. Oh, 2AV. Shit. Okay, no, I need to keep moving. This is a tough one. What do you do, huh? What do you do in this situation? I can't out DPM that ERC, but... Oh god, I just... Well, I just did that. Alright. I did not realize that was the drop. Alright. I'm doing nothing. I'm a failure, don't look at me. He's frontal. Okay, yes, I cannot plan his. You can pin him there, though, all day long. Oh shit, I'm spotted. I gotta get out of here, like now. Oh, don't do that again. Alright, I gotta go down and help with the cap. Bagel's getting like double team. Come on, Bagel, you can do it. I'm coming to help. Nope. Yeah, I pretty much threw this game by playing like a complete fool. Oh, we missed that shot. Oh, what? And we missed that shot too? Seriously? Okay, I can't play apparently.
Ammo up.
Looks like we have cleaned up a bit down there. Okay, they're coming for me. Nice shot there by our MBT.
Identify target.
Hostile, PC.
I'll do a little spotting. I am just such a baddie. My goodness. Alright, can we see them from here? I have no idea what the sightlines are here. Okay. I'm gonna deal with this ERC right now. The MP is gonna take like a year to do that. Okay, there he is. Alright, that was pretty good. We still play like a complete donkey, but whatever. Our team carried us to victory, so that's good. Ah. This train's so slow. Okay, so he took off. Should be able to see him through here if he tries to come this way. Okay, he's over there, alright. Just want to make sure he can't escape back up into the city. Ooh. Nice. I missed way too many shots on that. I kept switching to heat at like the wrong times, thinking, oh, I'll get some extra damage, and then the change in shell velocity really caught me out. It's just not a very good game, to be quite honest. MBT-70 put up a game though. Look at that. Alright, let's do one more game. And I think I'm gonna put a stop to this. Go see about downloading Waifu Simulator Returns. This has worse accuracy than my MBT-70. Huh. Look at that. I should really swap out some of these. No, let's do that. Why do I have this? As you can see, I haven't played in quite a while here. Okay, we do have a loader, okay. More damage or faster reload? Reload's 4.25. I'm gonna go with more damage because I know that they kinda... Yeah, let's try this. Why not? 3.95 seconds. Holy crap. This is exactly why they had to nerf reload, because their calculations are pretty bad. All the crew skill stuff is additive, it's a little nonsensical. Oh, look at this. Okay. So, at T-64s, AMD, oh, they've got an RD, okay, so we've got to be careful there. I've not, again, I've played this just a few times, I've never spawned on this side. So let's just do a little check here. I don't have the view range for this. Oh, this thing feels slow. It's so funny going from high tiers to lower tiers, how slow you feel. Once you move down a tier. I'll switch back to Sable here. I'm not sure this Type 69-2 is going south, but there's not really much to do down there. I know that that bridge is kind of a silly spot. You can get spotted from all over. I saw those MBTs get cut to shreds trying to just brute force their way across. Oh. We're gonna tuck into this building. Hopefully get some support.
Identify target. Good hit. Loader, Sabo.
Fine. I'm gonna have DPM you, buddy.
Load Sabo. Load Sabo. They hit a car. Good hit. Loader, Sabo. Target eliminated. Load Sabo.
I don't want to lose that much health, but you know what? T-64 down, I'm not. Now I gotta get the hell out of here.
Identify target. Telemetry. Hostile tank.
Oopsie, forgot I was backing up.
Loader, Sabo.
Oh, caught the edge of the building there.
Load Sabo.
What? Okay, that building is a little
Target
wonky.
eliminated.
That happens sometimes. Alright, well there's 2 MBTs down. Not gonna go over there, I'm gonna go down here. See if we can't get some shots in. That's rich. Okay, we got the T-64 up there. Gotta be careful about him, guys.
No pet. Identified. Hostile tank. Good hit. Road Sabo.
Ah. And this is why I say I don't think that the skill for TDs is very good. Because as you can see, you can't, it doesn't really stop you from getting spotted. It just reduces the amount of, oh, BMP, no! Just reduces the amount of camo that you lose. So, and you can't move once you started it because otherwise it cancels the skill. So, it's not super great, to be quite honest. I think it's really a step back from what TDs had before. I'm not honestly sure why they got rid of what TDs had before, because they buffed everybody's damage. Well, not by the same amount, but I think they used it as a time to balance TD damage, but we buffed people's damage after they switched it from the old skill, which was the, you got a damage bonus from being completely zoomed in. Or completely aimed in, I guess I should say. So I didn't play that very well. I might try to play like one more. I hate to end it on that. That hack is probably gonna, I don't know how he bounced, but this poor 69-2 just has no chance. Not a very good game. I had the highest score on my team, but that's really not saying too much because it just was a very poor game. Okay, we'll do one more. One last, I hate to end on a loss like that. When really I felt like I don't mind ending on a loss where I feel like I played well, but I don't like to end on one where I feel like I played poorly. Maybe I should get rid of the optics, I don't know. Maybe we'll do that. See how it works. I do like to be able to spot for myself at times, but honestly, I'll try something. Oh, you know what? I don't have the skill. What's his name? I'm just looking here. I lose actually quite a bit of camo for that switch. Let's try this. Nice thing about these tiers is it doesn't cost much to try out new combinations of gear retrofits. Like it does at higher tier. You really have to know what you're doing at the higher tiers, because when you get to here and you want to buy a Mark III 4.29 million for a Mark III retrofit. It's pretty rough. And of course we can't get a game, though I have dropped out of the queue a couple times, so... Reactor! Ooh, look at that! It's almost a full game. We get a Fox. Okay, so... Leopard 185, no problem. BMP-1P, no problem. Swing Fire. T Starships, OF-40, T-64. So a lot of light stuff. I don't like this side of the map as much as the other side. I feel like the other side of the map offers a little bit more in terms of versatility for TDs and lighter vehicles. So finally can comment on the gameplay here, because I kept getting Coastal Threat, which is the new map, but I literally have played it like one time, so I don't know what the hell to say other than I died here or I died here. But this map, a lot of people dislike it simply because it is the biggest map in the game, and it feels like one of the smallest maps in the game because so much of the map is not used. I don't like to go up there to the left, because anything along this back ridge can spot you. I like to stay low here. So I like to go up here to start. Maybe not as good of an idea in this matchup, but why do I feel so slow? Something just feels off about this, but maybe it's just me. just sort of rotate in place. And you can see my camo if you look down here. So 40. He's in that little depression on the other side there. And even though it's almost a full game, I wouldn't be surprised if they bunched up somewhere. See, this is the area that I don't like about this map. It is, if you've ever played World of Tanks, which I'm sure most of people that play this probably did at one point, you ever played on Lakeville. This is a retard check, right here. It's just like the Valley on Lakeville. And you are... Look, here's the first place you connect. Or here, right? So you're completely cut off from your team. Yeah, you can shoot up here. Ricochet off a Scorpion. I don't even believe that. Wow, that is just nonsense. And I popped my skill and now he's gone, so... Oh, there we go. Spotted. Throw out some smoke and get the hell out of here. Yep, that TD skill works real good. Real good. Don't get me wrong, I really do like this game. I just think some of the choices that have been made are a little ridiculous. So we keep doing this, look at this. All those MBTs. This is why you don't go over here. Died, didn't support their team at all, because they're dead now. They're not going to be able to support ever again. We're probably not going to win this, but you know what? Didn't think I was going to win the first game either. Though I was in an MBT and I could really have a much bigger impact. Poor shot. Poor shooting on my part.
Identify.
Oh, and here we go. Swing fire. What do you do when you're up against a swing fire? I'll tell you what you do. You rush the shit out of them. That is what you do. If you're right up next to them, they can't do anything about it. Heat catching me again.
Identify target. Tank. Loader, save him.
We need to get out of here, like right now. Backing up isn't the greatest idea, but it's about all we've got left to us. It's always better to be alive. Always better to be alive. Look, we got all those guys on that hill up there. And this is where them being up there is going to come into play. It's kind of a poor position to start with because you're not going to be able to do too much for your team. But right about now, it should come into its own, so to speak. Alright, here's the 1A5.
Hostile tank, mark.
So I gotta start dealing with him. And this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna sit down in here and hopefully do enough spotting and work for our team that they can clean up. Always better to be alive. Always better to be alive. Not just because you can farm more damage or whatever else, because you can continue to help your team. Even if you have like 10 HP, you can be a threat to whatever else is out there. Look at this 1A5 just getting absolutely shit on. Now we're gonna move up. See if we can't help deal with this OF40.
Identify. Hostile PC.
There we go, there's the BMP-1P. We're spotting him.
Target hit.
Shot in. That's where that accuracy comes into play. Okay, we got heated, but that's okay. Gotta try to stay alive here. We bounced, but we ran them, so that's alright. Just shot into him. Mr. Sublime Banana. I believe he's on the subreddit. Gonna roll down. He's looking at us now. We don't want to be part of that. We want to let our team flank. Always let your team out. Are you trying to give us a hard time here? With the lab can take a hit. We're trying to deal with the lab now, and we take him out. Just like that. No muss, no fuss. Always better to be alive. Always remember that. You want to stay alive. You don't want to play so passive that you let your team, you're the last person alive with full health because you sat at the back. But you don't need to stay in a bad position. You don't need to stay in a bad position just because you feel like, oh, well, if I leave here, you know, who's gonna do this? Or, you know, if you got 5 tanks coming out, you get the hell out. You know, I had guys in the reactor, I had guys in the middle. T-64 was coming up for me. Get the hell out of there. There's no reason to stay there. So now, look, we turned a losing game into a winning game. By cheesing vision mechanics, but you know what? A win's a win. And knowing the map is really important, as you can see. Much more effective for me on this map than I was on the previous map. I don't know the previous map. I don't know where people are going to come from, really. And there's the taunt for the good game. It actually was a very good game. It was a close game. And the other team, probably some of them are very upset because they feel like they should have won that. But it's not like winning 15-0 and telling the other team, oh, you played a real good game, when you know that they just got stomped. The not good game. So I'll take that. That was a good win. You see the Fox really... Foxes are pretty out of control. Did all that missile damage. And also spotted because he has just massive amounts of view range. Let's take a look at the Fox real quick before we stop here. Good chance to point out some very strong vehicles. So we have 506. I don't even have all the things because this thing is honestly too damn mobile. I didn't put any mobility retrofits in it because what are you going to do? Give it more speed and acceleration and crash more? And you can see it's been a really long time since I played it. I have Mark IIs. Mark II. You can really bump this up so that on the move you are like max view range. And then you get dual 531 average damage ATGMs. And you get a little autocannon that I think it's got, what, 6 rounds? Let's take a look. Yeah, salvo size 6, got a good amount of pen, and an okay amount of damage. A full clip can do, if you pen with a full clip, you can do about 600, or you can do 600 with a missile. And you can spot pretty much all of your own food, you know? You spot it, you kill it. So, biggest problem with the Fox is the fact that it is pretty hard to drive, because it's 4 wheels, it's got a lot of power, and it's very light. So you spin out pretty much just thinking about moving will make you spin out. Anyways, that is where I'm going to leave it for today. And yeah, that was a lot of fun. And I have to thank my one consistent viewer here who's been with me through thick and thin. And thank you, City. Alright. This is Ripley, last survivor of the Nostromo, signing off.